morning, everybody. So last night I was really vulnerable, and I almost decided to take my video down. I had five views though, and so I mean, you all could have clicked and like saw me talking and just decided to click out, but hey, it's 5 views, so maybe I wrote some stuff down, so maybe it can be a little bit more structured in my thought, because sometimes I tend to go off on tangents and whatever, however my brain goes. And then that's what I'm working on right now, because I've realized like my serving job is a testing ground and a way for me to work on my character defects, because otherwise how else would I work on these character defects that so easily come out when I'm in a stressful server environment. So I woke up, I do my gratitude journal. That is my morning routine. I have a self-care journal. It asks a couple other questions like, what are you looking forward to today and stuff like that. But I focus on what I'm grateful for. And this morning I wrote down, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I'm that far into my book. That I can name my defects and work on them, and that God is helping me release these defects. I'm in like a little book club for releasing defects, and it's like the book says it's like a form of a little bit of cheating, because like you don't really have to do anything but pray and then God takes them away. I don't like entirely agree with that, because I have to work really hard and with God's help, like to remove these defects of character. So a lot of my old coping mechanisms show up in the way that I speak, especially when I'm stressed at work. Like I'll say, oh, S-H-I-T instead of oh, shoot. So I'm trying to reframe my language. And because I used to cuss like a sailor. I grew up with an older brother, all his older friends, so it was F this, F that, like to fit in. I was just one of the guys. So yeah, that's a big thing I'm working on. And like gratitude, like I want my channel, I want to promote gratitude, because gratitude has literally rewired my brain into thinking about what I have good in my life instead of focusing on the negative. So like I can be grateful for my job, even though it's stressful and I leave crying sometimes. Like I'm grateful that it's there to force me to work on these defects and to grow. Like I'm growing tremendously. Like over the past almost year that I've been there, I've grown like so much. And I'm like, I want to clean up my speech, not to be fake, but to protect my own internal peace, because last night, the consequences of me, that slip, like caused me my internal peace, because it had me my nervous system really riled up and like upset, because I don't want to have complaints at work from anybody. Like I'm trying to be like a spiritual person and be a completely different person than the shitty person that I was when I was in an active addiction. And it takes a lot of work. So I'm learning the power of pause. Like before I say something, take a breath. And then I probably won't say what I was thinking. Like stop just reacting and like saying exactly what I'm thinking at the time. Like I said something about to my boss, and then I had to be like, just kidding, don't just pretend like I didn't even say that. Like it's just reactive frustration. So I just need to breathe and before I react, and I feel like that will be taking my power back. So this morning in this book, it's learning me, so for this defect, so I wrote down cussing on a piece of paper. I do a little prayer to release and let go, and then I burn it up, and I burn it into my little conch shell that came with my sage burning kit. I used to burn sage a lot. The window doesn't open and it kind of stinks, so I haven't been doing that, but yeah, just to release it, let it go, give it to God. So tonight, like hopefully, if I'm like, oh, and then I'll think and just be like, oh no, oh crap, or something like that. So also last night, I learned a huge lesson, because I'm still friends with my ex. We broke up a little before December, I still had to live with him before I could get this apartment, and it was really rough. He was drinking at the time. I don't know if he still is, but he knows all of my patterns, all of my defects, and I'm currently working on the overspending one because, like, I have spent way too much money on stuff. Like I said last night, and I don't have my rent, but I will have my rent. Picked up an extra shift, and I had to borrow a couple $100. I'm not going to do that again. Like, I will go without. Like, I don't need extra stuff. Like, it's crazy. So I'm sharing this with him, and he's like, no, you won't. No, you can't. No, you won't. I know you. You can't save money. You can't do this. And I started crying. Like, we were on FaceTime. It was after I made this video, and I started crying, and like, it upsets me because I have to defend my journey, like, and I just have to defend myself and be like, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can. And like, I know that I need to distance myself from him, but it is so hard because he's familiar, and we laugh and we joke around and we talk like all day long. So I guess maybe just he says it jokingly, but I know that he means it. And it's like, I've learned that, like, when you're fixing your life, you can't share it with everybody, which is kind of like contradictory because I'm on YouTube sharing my journey, but none of you all know me, and you can judge me all you want. It hurts more when he judges me and says that I can't, because he was my world for 5 years, and I can't share my raw goals with negative people. He's the most negative person I've ever met. So why am I sharing my goals with him? I don't know. Like, I just feel like maybe he might have a different mindset. Like, he changed overnight or something, and will be like, oh, good for you. Good for you. Like, yeah, you can do it. But no, you can't do it. You won't stop spending. I know you. Like, yeah, that's just got to go. Some people need you to stay broken so they can feel comfortable. He's not comfortable with my growth, so he wants to keep me stuck and break me down and make me feel like, no, I can't do this. So I might as well just go and just keep doing it and overspending. Like, no, I can do this. Anybody out there who's suffering, what is it? What's that word? Struggling with overspending and all of that, like, we can do this. You can do this. Like, I burnt it away. I'm working on it. I'm not spending any money. I'll pay my rent and then I'll be good. When you lay down new concrete, you can't let people walk all over it, especially negative people. So another part of my daily ritual is drawing tarot cards. So I don't know. I want to draw a couple cards just to see what the cards say about leaving behind, protecting my energy from today. Read the first card. Like, I just draw them, and whatever like flies out is the card that I'm going to pick for today. And I always, like, it's just a guidance. It's not a prediction. It's not, it's just a tool that I use to, like, hide. And a lot of times it's just like the universe confirming what you're already working on, and like, it just gives you a little bit of balance, like guidance on what you need to work on. So I'm gonna draw a card. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles flew out in reverse. This card is pages are students. They focus on learning and setting realistic daily goals. So when in reverse, it represents distraction, losing focus, wasting energy on the wrong things, or feeling ungrounded. So it's actually really awesome that I drew it for, like, what I'm leaving behind, what I'm protecting my energy from today. It's a sign of self-sabotage, procrastination, letting outside drama throw me off my game. You know, I'm leaving that scattered, unfocused energy behind me today. It just reaffirms like what I'm trying to deal with. I am not letting negative distractions or bad vibes mess with my focus or my money. I haven't even texted him. He wants to go to fireworks tonight. Like, I don't even think I want to do that. Like, I want to come home and get in bed early because I have a double shift tomorrow. You know, this just fits perfectly with my goal of cutting out the reactive cursing, staying locked in my own lane, like not like, oh crap, like, yeah. So that's pretty freaking awesome. So let's draw a second one. This card I think is going to represent strength or mindset. I need to anchor into my day, into my shift. So, ooh, let's see what it says. Oh, all right. So the Four of Cups in reverse popped out. Like, I'm kind of new to tarot, so sometimes I have to look up the definition, but like a lot, I've been getting this a lot, but it's been in the upright position. So it's actually really good that it's reversed, because this is the ultimate card of being stuck in a rut, brooding, like he's feeling stuck. He's like just sitting there with his arms crossed, looking at these 3 cups that's already spilled, not noticing the cup that's being handed to him. So, you know, this is like feeling cynical, turning inward because I'm hyper focused on what's going wrong or what somebody said. So in reverse, it's actually really cool for like the mindset I need to anchor into, because the reverse is a massive card of awakening, breaking out of a funk, and finally accepting a new opportunity. You know, it shows I'm tired. I'm so tired of sitting in disappointment, and I'm shaking off the heavy energy, actively choosing to rejoin with fresh motivation for today to actively work on this defect that I burnt up and have given out into the universe and to God. You know, I'm not going to sit here, feel bad about yesterday, or let anyone's opinions keep me down. He can think what he wants to think. If he thinks that I can't do this, like, then he can just keep thinking that. And I will no longer tell him how much money I'm making, this or that, how much money I have in my bank, because it's none of his business, you know? So it's just like, I don't know. He can kick rocks, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I'll pick these up. So I always look and see what's on the bottom. Oh my gosh. Look at that. The death card on the bottom of the deck. This doesn't mean physical death. Like, I love when I get the death card, because this is the ultimate card of profound transformation, major endings, and new beginnings. Like, that's all it is. It means someone's going to die. My cat's not going to die because I pulled the death card. You know, this just tells me that a massive era of my life is officially ending. It's great. And then obviously like 3 of them. Ooh, the moon card. I'm following that. So this is stepping into the unknown, you know, facing my fears, navigating deep emotional waters. It's the uncertainty of leaving the past behind. You know, like, I'm uncertain. The future's always uncertain. I don't know what's going to happen, you know? So it's also like deep intuition and psychological breakthrough. Like, I need to learn to listen to my intuition, to my gut. Stop ignoring red flags. I have a whole closet full of red flags. I'm just like, oh, you know, yeah, that is like with my ex. Like, I saw all the red flags, chose to ignore them. He got me fresh out of rehab anyway, like 6 years ago. So that should have told me something right there. And then, Knight of Pentacles. This is awesome. He's the most grounded, dedicated, hardworking knight in the deck. Hard work, productivity. This is great. He doesn't rush, doesn't do fake hype, doesn't get distracted by drama. It's the ultimate symbol of routine, consistency, putting in daily work. That's exactly what I'm doing. I have this whole morning ritual, which sucks I can't do it like when I go like Saturday and Sunday. I obviously don't have time, but like 5 days a week. This is what I do. I try to do like just like write down a few things that I'm grateful for, like Saturdays and Sunday mornings before I go to work, but it's hard, you know. He shows up, handles his business, tracks his money, and protects his peace. That's exactly what I'm doing today. And you guys can apply this. If like you're struggling with the same thing, you can apply these cards. Like I'm drawing these cards for you too, so you can apply these cards. Like this can be a reading for you too. Like that's what I want this channel to be about. This I am metaphorically put my head down. Like I'm really not going to walk around with my head down, but doing the quiet work and rebuilding my future step by step, brick by brick. And if you're out there right now, trying to rebuild your life from scratch, dealing with negative people, trying to hold you back, just remember that your healing belongs to you and you alone. You need to find the good people who will share in your victories and egg you on and be your positive driving force. Like that's what AA has given me. It's given me a whole new life. And like, if it wasn't for AA, and like me slipping up and like, just like the whole progression of like this last relapse and how I got to where I am now is like God, like it had to happen this way. For me to be reinvigorated into the program, and I'm actually working these defects, and thank God for the book that I found, Drop the Rock, so I can do this slowly. Like I'm not just going to pray that all my defects are gone and not work on them individually. So I owe my life to like the program of AA, and I feel like everybody should do this. Like even if you're not in the program, like you can still work on your character defects and try to become a better person. You don't need anyone's permission to grow. You don't have to share your growth with people who are just going to tear you down. So I got to work today at 1, but thank you for sitting here with me this morning and letting me get this off my chest, sharing this space with me. Like I hope that you got something out of it. If you want to see how this shift actually goes and follow my journey of figuring out how to stay human in this crazy world, please hit subscribe and walk this journey with me. Like I would love to have like-minded people like share this journey, and so I can show you how I am growing and how I am taking all of these setbacks or like warnings and making them into something tangible that I can grow from. Like I just feel like it's a great thing. So I hope all of you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Remember to protect your energy with everything that you have. Put a glowing white light around you that I do at work sometimes to protect me from all the negativity that these servers just complain about. And like, I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day, and don't forget to be grateful for the little things in your life. Thank you.